What's up, everybody? Let's see if everything's working. Let's see. Looks like it. All right, let me get the keyboard out of the way and we'll get started. Today we're going to be doing Neon from the Nuke and Neon campaign that Secret is doing. Was able to get the files a little early for the stream, and I ended up increasing it to 300%. So here's what we've got so far. Bye. We got an arm. We got the head. I've tried a little bit different process for the skin on the head here. I ended up doing a base coat in Warlock Purple. Then I shot it from underneath. Where I lost it. It was the Monty Pro Clear Transparent Red. Then went through various skin tones up to what it is. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, but we'll see how it goes with adding some more color to it. And we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to be trying to go off of the concept art for the most part for the coloring. So we'll get the main part of the body done, and it's almost like a cream color, I guess. So we'll be doing. I don't want to use ice yellow. Let's see. We'll do ice yellow. So we're going to go ahead and get some of this ice yellow, put it on the palette, and go ahead and start painting her suit. Try to do it kind of like all the sections that need a color at a time instead of doing a bunch of bouncing around. Get a paper towel here. And I think we're going to use a Raphael 8404 size 3. That'll get some good large coverage. And not worried too much about being messy here. We'll do what I can to keep it off of the skin, though, because it's just go back and clean up later. And I got the skin pretty much done off stream because I didn't want people to sit there and watch me use an airbrush for 30 minutes while I figured out what I was doing. It's covering pretty good. This is the ice yellow from AK Interactive. I started working with paints. Covered pretty well for the first time. This is pretty active Kickstarter. A lot of stretch goals got unlocked. All of them got unlocked. I think. I don't think that last. See the description below for the link to it. Also in the description, there is a link to the Secret Forge uh, Discord server. If you happen to see any imperfections in the print, um, those are my fault because I'm not good at supporting 3D prints myself. A lot of them I get are pre-supported. Um, the models you'll get in the Kickstarter um, are pre-supported because I got these early. Um, I supported myself, but it's all good. I've actually never blown them all up this much either. That was interesting to do. Learned a lot, that's for sure. And then base, by getting blown up 300%, wouldn't have fit on my Saturn 2. So then I had a crash course in cutting and keying. So I don't know this fall, but it's cool. I enjoyed it. And this model actually is not the stock model like the original one. I think I have some add-ons printed off with this one. I know, like I have this arm in a fist. I know there's arms that have various weapons, uh, all kinds of cool stuff with it. There's a little um, robot that sits on the base with her. I'll show you that. This is Bug Bite. I went and painted this yesterday. All this is, I did a zenithal prime, and then I took what was it? I just took the polished silver armor painter speed paint and went over it. I think the stand may have a dark wash put on it, but it's pretty good nonetheless. I'm gonna paint this little lens here, and then here is backpack. We got some boots. We got her arm, and here is the base. Sure, go do spray of a gray on there. Just get that working down. Didn't do too much on stream, but just enough to hopefully make it not so boring. And this is I'm going for cleanliness here. I'm just going for coverage. I see some spots I probably got to sand a little bit better. A little bit of grit there. Probably should have cleaned off before. But it is what it is. We are where we're at now, regardless of the condition of the model. And you can follow the link in the description to go check out the Kickstarter and see color scheme. And these big parts going over a layer are going to be kind of a brown color, so they should cover up this ice yellow pretty easily. Thought about it, I would have. That's what I'll do. I got some paint on the skin there. Get that off. Get this done. Don't worry about the particulars of the brown later. Biggest concern right now is just not getting it on the skin. The skin's pretty much done except for maybe some shading. Yeah, okay, all this is. Looks like that yellow is going to take 2 coats, but it's not too bad. Consider saturated colors. The colorful going on here is pretty thin. Area of her suit right here. On the back. Not too particular if it gets on the skin a little bit right there, because that'll be covered up by the backpack anyway. It's got some good, nice lines to follow between the different textures. It's always nice to have. Secret Forge always does some good sculpts, though. We're not doing anything too spectacular here right now. We're just laying down some base coats. We don't have to be too careful with it since it's the lower level. Closest level to skin, so with other levels going on top of it, a lot of the cleanup work will get done. Just through painting the normal colors on. Now we got the body's pretty much dry, so now we can start putting our second coat on there. coming pretty good. Pretty pleased. I started using these AK Interactive paints, and other than the odd commission that I try to get, that's about all I use. I do like the speed paints too. I like bigger speed paints. Hey, K Momo, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. It's been a minute. How have you been? Yeah, hopefully I have a procedure on my arm coming up in January, but hopefully, oh, Commission for Christmas. You tell what it is? But I've got a procedure coming up on my arm beginning in January, January 4th to be exact. So that's gonna put me out about a week, but I'm hoping after that I'll be able to start, um, maybe if not streaming, at least getting back to uploading videos regularly. Apparently, my eyeshadow decided to leak parchment paper into the sponge. Just French kid sculpture and into bust that I've painted. Okay. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I had a couple of commissions come up and got those painted and shipped off, and some more came in, and working on those after this one's out of the way. It's crazy how they can sneak up on you, and before you know it, you get quite a few to get done. Paint's getting a little too thin too fast. I'm getting a lot of bubbles. It's all right. Four to five for Christmas. At least you're not cutting it close, right? Yeah, a couple of people came to me with stuff, and um, they were very understanding that I had to wait until after the first of the year before I could start on their stuff. I'm thankful for that. 'Cause if any of them would have said I need this done right now, then I would have found somewhere else to send them to. it's there. It's not coming off. Yeah, it's been, man, it's been, I tell you what, it's been long enough. I thought I'd forgot how to string and figure everything out. It's been a minute. And I mean, you know, I've done a few commissions. Well, a couple. I'll say a couple. Like I said, that hasn't been time. It's crazy how fast time's. Until it's been a minute because sitting here looking at my brush, paint doesn't taste the way it used to. Other than you, hello, wife. Yeah, other than doing the odd painting here and there, just kind of chilling out, playing video games, working, a lot of working. They have opened up some crazy amount of overtime. My job. Fortunately, the frayed brush is not a full-time job. All right, I'll tell you what, I think we're getting ready to do to the point we're going to start pulling paint back up on that. So let's go. So, real quick. So it's white, but not white. Not gray. I really like cream. Goodness. It's also going to be the same color as the armor. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What? It's heavy titanium white. Don't want that white. Olive flesh. Let's do it. So we're switching from interactive ice yellow to some Monument Pro acrylic. I think that'll give us the right color. Maybe. We'll see. Let me see how the tread looks. That's brown. Okay. There's a lot of the same brown on here on the concept art. But it's all good. I think with the flesh might tie the ice yellow and the brown we're going to be using together real well. Gotta love Monument Pro acrylic paints. Look at that coverage. Man. Love it. Love it. I don't think the folks at Monument, oh, sorry about that. I don't think the folks at Monument would ever catch one of my videos. If they do, love the paint. Love it so much. Excuse me. We might just end up doing this whole model in Monument Pro Acrylic. You can coverage. It is amazing. Might still take a couple coats to cover, but man, look at that. Like a glove. Well, I guess that wouldn't really be the right analogy. Because you excite me way more than the paint. Way more. I don't really have a big issue keeping it on screen today. Oh man. So is everybody ready for Christmas? What's going on quick other than having an unimaginable amount of commissions to get done before that? Set that one to the side. Of course, it's not going to stand up on its own. We'll lean it up. Be all right. First start this one. Ooh, we might have an issue right here. That's looks like it's a little hydrophobic right there. Not quite sure. Might have handled it and had something on my hands or something. Pretty good then. We'll be all right. Do, 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 do. So my paint's getting a little bit thinner. It's right there, same spot. On the side. That's crazy. That's weird. Why it's doing that? So edge. Oh goodness. I guess the inside of the boot would be the same color, wouldn't it? Let's go for it. Our big Christmas parade tonight for the city we live in. I say big. Our city has like 4 people in it, so it's not too big. Stand up? No. Leave it up. Maybe. Holy cow. All right. Let's run the second coat on this one real quick. It's kind of funny. My wife and I have only been living in the city for a few years. We moved. Um, but the first year we were here, we went to the Christmas parade, Christmas lighting ceremony, all that cool stuff. And Santa was supposed to be going by on a fire truck. And it was in the middle of the stuff that started years back. I don't really want to say the word because I don't know how YouTube is, but I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. So there weren't necessarily a lot of people there, but there were some parents that had brought their kids out, stuff like that. Kids are grown and whatnot. Some married off, we had married kids, all that kind of good stuff. But we wanted to go see the tree lighting ceremony and stuff like that because wife and I both really dig Christmas. And so the crowd started getting a little hyped up because Santa Claus was getting ready to come. So all the little kids started getting up next to the road, because throws candy and all that kind of cool stuff. Let me tell you, Santa Claus was going so fast on this fire truck. It's like all the kids didn't even have a chance to get excited to see him before. I mean, it's not something I've ever seen Santa speed, I guess. But I mean, he was hard to tell. He was going, and it's like the kids were excited, and then like 3 seconds later, everybody was like, "Where'd he go?" And they didn't even bring him back through. That was Santa didn't see the kids that year. He sped by. Now, granted, it's a 25-mile-an-hour road. That fire truck with Santa on it was probably going 45, 50 miles an hour. I mean, he was there and gone. And I kind of felt bad for the kids, but at the same time, it was hilarious. It was so funny. I laughed. It was great. Well, we left our house, went, saw Santa Claus, speed by, and we were back home in like 12 minutes. It was crazy. It was crazy. Well, there's a random dog here that just got painted onto the model. So if anybody ever gets this model, there's some DNA in there. All right. Let's look at that one. Um, Actually, we'll stick this one on the base. Held up there. Yeah, yeah, he was going real fast in a really, really short distance because it was only like maybe not even 2 city blocks, I don't think. But man, he come. It was fun. Pretty excited about Christmas this year. We got the stuff sent off. I'm sure I mentioned it before, but three of our uh, three of our four boys are in the military. We got one in Oklahoma. We got one in Florida. We got one in Japan. For all the grandkids to get their stuff. I think next time I do a stream, I might be prepared with like a whole sheet of like dad jokes. Just tell dad jokes the whole time I'm painting. As far as this model goes, we're getting some base coats laid down. They're going. We're getting the lighter ones done, so we can messy with them. That way, it'll be easy cover up with the darker woods. Set that boot to the side. Really should have thought of a different way to do this. Okay, let's see over here. Um, let's see. Okay, you might be the only one. You might be the only one, wife. Man, I usually use the Monument Pro Acrylic Primer, and I was kind of lazy. Didn't want to do it. Feel like cleaning my airbrush. Didn't feel like this, and now I realize I totally should have, because there are so many spots on this that are not covered very well. All right, man. All right. I got the 18 thing song stuck in my head for some reason. Have you seen the 18? Quite sure what's going on. You know, this model has a lot of detail in it, but I love that the color scheme is so simple and retro. It really is. It's a great sculpt, great renders. Paint out. You know, I said at the beginning we go ahead and paint all the each color at one time, and we're totally not going that little bit. A little bit. I like the big chunky models like this. They're so easy to paint. They're easy to paint. Still make them look good. Now, keep in mind, if you do go back to Kickstarter, this model has been printed at 300%. There could be some slight variation between the one you print off camera, between the one you print and the one you see here. So, but I believe an unsupported version comes with it as well. So, blow it up to giant size. Go for it. I think I might take some artistic privilege with this, because if I'm not mistaken, in the render, the houses are the same color as uh, this color that I've been putting on this olive flesh from Monument. I think mine is metallic. You can pop a little bit more. This really is a great color. Got some oil wash just over here on the desk to maybe throw in there and try getting into some of these details. know what? Let me move my camera a bit. It's easier to move the camera to where I'm painting than try to move my painting to where the camera's at. You know, the big models like this can kind of, I don't know, kind of be a painting cleanser in a way. Because, excuse me, you can get a lot of stuff done on them real fast. You can spend as much or as little time on it as you want, and they're still good about big models. They're so good at casting their own shadows and highlights for the most part that you don't have to spend a lot of time on it. I pulled up some paint right there. We'll have to give this piece a rest. Apparently, one of my dogs wants it. I will be right back. Okay, he's back. And now the little dog pushes in here. So our little alarm system thing dings every time, doors open, windows, stuff like that. And our youngest dog has figured out that when that ding happens, that somebody's so regardless of whether you're opening a window or what, or she hears the ding, she runs to the door to see who has arrived, and then she looks confused when she doesn't see anybody. It's kind of funny. She is a handful. We've had her for a few months. She is German Shepherd Pit. She is nuts. She's a nut job. But she's not a nut job. So there's these little like knuckles on the hand. I'm trying to get. Man, I'll tell you what. I'm glad this color's going on first? Because I'm everywhere on this model. Oh well, let's just go for it. That way we can make sure everything gets covered. I'll have to put on my good. I'm getting old, can't see anything, painting glasses. Yeah, you're right. Hey, yeah, you're right. She is evil, but she is cute. I agree. Really impressed with how this Monument Pro acrylic is covering over this. I think some of this black from white color. It's covering really well. I think that's pretty much done. Good enough for government work. All right, so let's try to knock out. I think all the armor is this color. The top part is cool. All right, so we can just start slinging this down. I think that is going to be a. It's kind of weird now. You can actually tell that is ice yellow. So we have to rethink our suit color. It does look a little bit too yellow, maybe now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not getting that block in the middle here because it's going to be the same color as the other browns. I'll move on to this other shoulder because I want to wear that one out. It's where it's not. I'm pulling it up. So Dennis, are you painting anything today? Yeah, we're totally going to lighten that uniform up some. Ooh, work on the color. I'm not quite sure what we're going to use for yet. Ah, okay. I'm gonna paint this thing. I think I'm gonna be onto some Conan. That painted. That too. Yeah. That's gonna. We'll let that get a second coat. So hopefully, stand up there. Yes. Okay. What's the boot? Okay. There. Coat on these boots real quick. Finish coloring up on those. I'm having fun with Conan. Kind of digging this server world. Have you started smaller stations yet, Dennis? I'm quite sure. Let that dry. Here's the boot real quick. Just paint out real quick. This one. Oh, and Dennis, I put those settings in my printer last night talked about on Discord. And for the most part, everything printed pretty well. It was a sword, looked like it maybe had some delamination, but other than that, I think it was pretty solid. Pretty impressed. I'm trying to go multiple directions to get this covered with wood strokes. Hopefully they'll get evened out a little bit because everything's not going the same direction. Yeah, I was pretty excited to see that worked out. All right, put this one up. Move right along. Um, let's see, what would you next? I think, man, it's gonna be a lot of probably pick out a. I don't know if it's feasible. Let's see. Okay, we got to figure out what to do with that suit to knock it back a little bit. We have, what is this? Heavy, warm, white. Maybe that's what we need. Yeah, we'll go try it. Oh my goodness! Look, that's how new this pen is. Never been opened. Drop some mixing balls in there. Screw the lid back on before we forget. Do a shake. Yeah, I think that'll be much better. I think that'll be a lot better than the ice yellow. Some of these colors are so close though, but there are little um, differences. I know you can't really see the difference in that, but it it is for sure. It's close enough in shade, I guess, that I'm gonna have to go once just to be sure it gets covered. It's from their signature series. It was a little bit thicker. Um, Sex Wish and uh, Bing comments. I watched their video they did for their Pro Curl. It's pretty good, pretty informative. Gave you an idea of how they intended each of the colors to be used. I guess you can tell a little bit between this and this, where I use the old color. I think that is definitely more the color we're looking for. A couple of layer lines, not layer lines, print lines in there. Exposure was off. Not too bad though. It's workable. guess I should have taken my advice my art director is giving me before and choose my colors beforehand. Because I think if I'd done that, I don't think I would be repainting this right. But maybe lesson learned. All right, so we're gonna let that dry for a minute. And I'm just gonna mute my mic and I'll go give my hand a rest for a couple minutes. And I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So we're gonna switch gears a little bit and go work on that one. It's kind of a reddish, got a little bit of red in it. What do we have? Dark crimson's too light. Dark bronze is metallic. I don't like that. We'll try Monument Pro Chrome Mahogany. Test that out. It might be a little bit too. What's lighter than mahogany? Right up. Winter chicken dinner. Yeah, that'll work. Brush is really, really dirty. That's good enough. We'll try it on the legs first because it looks like this is still a little wet. And my brush was a little wet still. Thinned the paint down quite a bit. It's all right. 2 coats. Yeah, I think that brown will be good. We have a winner. I think I got too much water in my wet palette today. That's good enough to get an idea, though. I like it. I'm eventually going to switch to a little bit smaller brush here. Well, it does look like the skin tone colors did do a good job of helping with the opicness, I guess, that the summer caused. Back to these real quick. You know, I'm putting this Pro Acrylic on, pretty thick, and it's still really smooth. This is good. Got all the work done we can with the big brush. Then we'll switch to the little brush to work on. Ooh, got a little crazy there. Got a little crazy. I think we'll do these, then we'll knock out the brown on the boots real quick. And I think these parts on her arms are, yep, they're brown too. These real quick. Although rivets and stuff are metallic, but we can go back with a metallic and paint over this brown, and it'll be fine. And the lining on her front is brown. I don't want to mess with that until we have all the uh, regular suit color put on. Not quite sure how I feel about the way the skim was done yet. It's a method I saw ground affected. I didn't actually have the paints that he used. I tried to go with Looked similar. It did not work out the same way. We'll have to revisit that process. Whoops. Let's cover that up. A little crazy with the paintbrush. Crazy stuff going on over here. Paint should get. That's good for now. We'll let that dry. These little bands on our armor brown. Hit that back in. Hit the big brush. It's a little sketchy right there. I'm just going to do this one for the smaller brush. Make it work. Alright, we'll save any more of this one for the small brush. It's a little bit tighter area than I thought I was going to, as I keep painting with the big brush. Yeah, we'll come back to that one. Small brush. Let's see this up here. Dry. Now for the boots. Yep. Okay. So for the boots, all this stuff's brown. So again, we'll get in here with the big stuff that we can. And then get the smaller brush and we'll finish this up at the same time. Do everything else. Kind of doing some edge highlighting type stuff to get the edge of this boot. All right, then we'll get the heel. but you do not have to be careful. You just sling the paint. I really am digging this color scheme. I don't think I could have came up with this on my own. I like it. Finicky spot in there. You know, it's not really figuring out the purpose of that's not a purpose for zenithal prime. I do it because I've seen so many people do it, but I don't actually follow it. Oh, it would almost be better if I just primed. Again, we're getting in here with the big brush, but we'll go back in and clean it up with a smaller brush. That's well, that didn't go as planned. Didn't mean to get it all up on the way. It's all right. We got to cover it up again anyway. What other book? This one knocked out. Oh, this might really end up being a all Monument Pro acrylic. Guess I could have filled those holes. Didn't think about it. When I did this, I got a commission coming up for this model, and it's kind of good I did this first. I don't know what to look out for. That sucks. I just wiped off the whole hill. Not quite sure why, but somehow a 8 foot by 3 foot table is still not big enough. Alright, some stuff here. Got that boot done. And I think we're about ready to go back in on some goods here. No, I actually think this might be the. Oh, that's horrible. Yep. Nice back, I guess. I'll fix that right now. Slow down a little bit. Well, at least the legs match. Almost the same spot, too. Crazy. All right. This one I'll be a little more careful with because this is right up next to that white. All right. I'm sorry, I know it's off screen, but I had to put that in a weird angle. Now stuff's starting to get dialed in a little bit more, so I need to a little bit more time on some parts. there's going to be an easy way to do this one. Sorry if my noggin's in the way. Alright. I'll have some cleanup on that one because apparently I'm just not meant to paint the way I had to paint to do that. This outside edge. Flip those little shoulder pads again. A little too thin. Maybe time to put some more brown down. Yeah. Well, since the brown is kind of burning out, switch over to the, let's see here. Do magenta for hair base layer. I thought I had a get the hair based on magenta. Ooh. Where is it? Yes. Hold on. Let's get that out of the way. Not sure if I've got a color renders of this head or not, so I might shoot it from the hip on part of this. Ignore the dog hair. Let's do this. I think that's hindering more than it's helping. Yeah, I think this would be a good base coat for this. And the hardest part of this is making sure I don't stick my hand in something I painted. And in some aspects, I'm failing miserably. Good so far. Yeah, I think this magenta was a good call for the base color of the pink. And you know what? Smaller models do have their advantages. I'm pretty sure. Almost size. Uh, which I think I scaled this up from 175. Don't forget to go check out the link in the description for the link to the Kickstarter. Check it out. I was saying earlier, there's a bunch of different ways to go with this model. It's pretty modular, actually. There are a bunch of trade outs, change outs, I guess. There's weapons, different poses, different heads. There's different little robots, and there's a lot. Mm, sure. Get in there and all that. Should I covering it pretty good? I don't get too much on her face. I think that's all right. So we're working on that. Let's go ahead and you can really see the underside of that primer where it's darker. Well, I know you're not supposed to ever just stab your paintbrush into places, but oh well. All right. I think so. Let's get some more. Let's get some more brown down there. And we'll get a little bit different brush. We'll drop down to the Rosemary & Co. Rosemary & Co. size 3. There's some good brushes. We'll try to get it eyelids. Not bad. Okay. And we'll get a little eyeliner going on here. It's really well defined, but it's still kind of, you still have to pay attention to what you're doing. Keep steady hand. It's such a defined edge. It really is great for the sculpt. Oh yeah, there we go. The other one's going to be a little bit different. It's because of the position of the hair. I get the underside. All right, I think we have that inside one well too. Um, do, 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 do. Is this inside? Yeah, we'll try to get inside edge here a little bit better. All right, that's not gonna be too bad. That'll be good. It's definitely gonna be a two coat type thing. Yeah, it's a much cleaner edge. Much cleaner edge. It's almost like you gotta hold your breath when you're doing these edges. It's gonna be such a fine line. Okay, you can still put some shading in there, black lighting, line between the skin and the band, but you don't want to mess it too bad. You don't a lot of stuff you're gonna have to worry about trying to cover up. It's kind of weird to angle too, because it's almost like you're doing it with like one eye closed or something like because of the angle of the model and you're trying to do it. It's like one eye staring at the bottom, one eye staring down where you need to be painting. So look at hold one leg in the air and tilt it at a 45-degree angle. Oh man, that might be the best one I did. That's a good one. That's a good one. getting better. You're getting better. Ooh. All right. Yeah, that's looking good. Looking good. I mean, I tell you, I kind of want to go ahead and outline this. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I just have to be more careful when I paint the white because I kind of like the way this is coming together. I just have to be more cautious when we paint the suit again. All right. Oh, this is good. Now we're getting kind of an idea of what it's going to be like. I got these bits. These are tedious. I think because I put that monument monument heavy light over top of the AK, a little bit of sheen to it. I don't know, that could be because it's a heavy white, which seems to me maybe it's along the lines of a heavy body acrylic, which aren't necessarily flat. And I'm trying to be careful with this because I want to kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like. And it's gonna be worth it to kind of be a little bit more careful here. You know, granted, this still has to it's going to take more than one coat for this brown to cover that heavy white. But this is giving us an idea of the direction we're heading. See how it looks. I think we're heading the right way. I'm not too worried about that real fine edge yet. Let's go back in and get that. This same color brown. This goes right up next to the skin. The skin's done, so we want to be careful with that. This being a focal point of the face, it'll be a little bit more difficult to hide. Except with the brush, it would be like on the leg where it's not such noticeable. If you mess up the face. Careful getting all willy-nilly with the brush. Yeah, I got a little bit on there, but it'll be all right. Around this edge. Yeah. Yo, what's up, David? What's going on, man? How are things? I'm just going to paint the top of this piece of armor right here so we can just get a look see. That'll be good. Paint's really wet. Oh, cool. Okay. Awesome. Thanks. Hope your errand running went well. Go ahead and get this. Go back to the flesh. Actually, no, we're not. We're going. Let's aside for a second. Let's pull these boots back out. We're going to try that edge. We're this close to being done with the boots. Oh, I realize I missed the whole side there. Whoopsie. This strip right here, we're just treating like some edge highlighting. Just using the side of our brush and on the edge. Oh, there's it, wife. That's getting closer to Christmas. It's gonna be like everybody tries to do everything last minute. My brown has gotten too thin. Oof. So the good thing about thin paint is it flows really easy. Bad thing about really thin paint is if you have really thin paint, it not only flows real easy, but it just goes where the hell it wants to. Alright. That's also true. That's also true. If you're a brush licker, you don't get. All right. Well, David, since you're here, I'm going to have to stop for just a minute, a restroom break. But here is here's your car. Fit all this screen. I'm trying to stay close to the concept art. I think it's the, okay, not match the chest. I'll have to figure out something about that. Oh, what's the face so much lighter? That's weird. Okay, I'm glad I did that. I'll figure out. I'll fix that. I just can't tell. Oh, I figured the easiest thing to do was just follow the concept art, and then you didn't see him. Got his lens, but here's my bite. I'll fix his lens. I'll pick his lens. I'll do that one real quick when I get back. I'm gonna knock him out real quick. Be done. So, all right. Well, we are going to take a couple minutes. Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, though, look at the. I mean, he's like scale. I don't know if there's a way to show that. But yeah, he fits on it. Yeah, true. DSK493. Thank you very much. Uh, oh, that's not a bad idea. That's so. Here's the bag. You could like. Oh man. Yeah. 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 That's a good one. He'd be blocked a little bit right here, maybe. But I mean, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So this would be more the view angle. So yeah, different stuff you could do with it. Yeah, pretty. It might be. Which piece are you referring to? DSK? Because it's. You know what? I'm not gonna. That's top part. I'll take. Okay. Uh, let's see here, because it just so happens you said throw beast on. I have a beast, and it's pretty close. You definitely get up on there for sure. Yeah, yeah, that would fit definitely. That's not a bad idea. Just send a pic. All right, let's check out. I'll open Discord real quick. Do, do, do. Uh, where's it at? Where'd you put that? David? I don't have any messages popping up. Oh, there it is. Okay, it just came through. Ah, okay. So here's how like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's good too. I never realized bug bite was so versatile. Nice. Oh man, I have to ask that picture you sent. What scale is that? Is it the 120? See, you got a Nuke back there at 120 millimeters. What is he, about 6, 7 inches tall? Yeah. If anybody hasn't checked out the Kickstarter yet, there's a link down in the description. Uh, the the model I'm painting is only one of two models involved with the entire. Well, I guess it would be maquette, and the other one is kind of like Neon's bodyguard Duke, and he's like this huge robot. And hey, Joe, awesome, great, thank you very much. The robot is really large. Yes, that's about 9 inches. So you figure let's get this. What's the word? Um, so okay, check this out. I don't know. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to move my. Let me lift my camera back a little bit. Hold on a second. This is gonna be crazy. Reconfigure the studio. Okay, so let's check this out. Hold on. Okay, so this is neon, okay, printed at 300%. Okay, so this is neon at 300% with no arms. All right, let's at least stay there in place. These are unit squares. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, roughly. So she's roughly 13 at 300%. So 120 millimeters, I don't know because half. 120 millimeters. What is that? 4 inches, roughly. No, it can't be that small. Hold on. Where's my? I don't know where my phone's at. Grown ass man. I use a calculator on my phone. Anyway, um, so well, I don't even need a calculator. I don't know what math to do. So let's just see what Google says. How many inches is 120 meters? 4.7 inches. Okay, so she's 4.7 inches. Her bodyguard robot is sitting at what he say about, so 7 inches. I guess maybe the base. Yeah, base thing. Okay, so that means at 300%, 6 inches. I don't, that means he's almost 20 inches tall at 300%, right? maybe. I don't know. I was an artilleryman by trade, so I blew stuff up. I didn't work a calculator school at math either. So. Anyway, so that robot, if you did it at 300%, it's gonna be a hell of a lot bigger than she is right now, like 13 inches. So really? I counted them. Oh, I guess I didn't count that. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 inches. So that means Nuke is going to be 20 inches tall. That's insane. And Joe, welcome to the stream. Thank you for backing and welcome to the stream. I like bug bite on the I'm digging bug bite on the rocket launcher. Oh yeah, it's cute. Well, you figure. So I got a Saturn two, and I had to print this in two pieces, which went pretty, pretty damn well, if I say so myself, because I split it along here to print it. But and Nuke fits on his base. Now, how big is Nuke's base compared to Neon's? I know they fit together, but it looks like his base is significantly larger. Well, I starter page, the one on the Rockets, badass. Let me see. Where is it? I thought there was a thing on the Kickstarter page that showed their interlocking bases. Was that in the Discord? Or was it on? Because Nuke's base, when they fit together, overlaps the edges of Neon's base. Oh, totally. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So Nuke's base at 300%. There's a big lower on Nuke's. Okay, so basically the base, Neon's base sits like this, and Nuke's base slides into the side, and it's probably maybe a little bit more than a third bigger than this one. So you're looking at close to that much bigger for bit of one. Okay, cool. So you're looking at Nuke's base at 300% being roughly that much bigger. That's insane. That's crazy. Okay, everyone. I'm going to step away for about 5 minutes or so. Um, feel free to talk with yourselves. And we will be back in just a minute. All right, we're back. Okay, so we got to figure out what to do with that suit. Um, I lost my picture. Lost my reference picture. There you go. So that's the same color as the suit. Okay, here we go. Nice. Okay, so let's take these off before we break them. So we're staying with the same color scheme as the uh, render. And let's get some more solid flesh out here. Let's go over the shoulder pads as well. Those solid. We'll come back to the suit. I don't like that color for the suit. And we're back to the big brush because we got these big chunky areas to cover. There's no reason to make a hard process by trying to use a small brush on a big area. And this is the Monument Pro Acryl off flesh. I'm trying to get any on the brown we've painted. And if you're just checking in and you have no idea what this model is, this is Neon from the new Nuke and Neon campaign, or Kickstarter, excuse me, that Forge has going on right now. You can find a link to the Kickstarter in the description below. And you can also find to the Secret Forge Discord. It's kind of where all the cool kids hang out. So if you're out there, uh, go ahead, take a minute right now, go join, introduce yourself. Everybody's friendly. Right now, we are using the olive flesh from Monument Pro. So it's a cool color. And the color scheme we're going off of is the render artwork that you will see in the Kickstarter page when you. got most of our big stuff done, so now we're kind of filling a little blanks we got. We're kind of trying to figure out what kind of use for stuff. We're still trying to figure out what to use for the main suit. Oh, we have to figure out what we do not. Some of the stuff for the suit. Here we go. Brush down in there. Okay. All right. We got that one. It's pretty good. Little corner right there we need to hit. Ah, we got it on the skin. We'll have to fix that. We'll fix it later. It ain't going nowhere. If anybody out there is painting or printing, feel free to let us know in the chat. It's always interesting to see how diverse this hobby can be. Treebeard, what's going on? Where are you, my friend? Man, I haven't based. I guess the only thing I base for now is commissions. Doing well. Doing well, thank you. Man, I'm really having to look into some different primer. Apparently, all primers do not work the same for all people. I don't think I've ever seen a primer be so paint be so hydrophobic over the primer. That's crazy. Do, 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 do. There's a lot of location based too. I've been using the Color Max like creative collectors, but I guess he lives in a different area where it works all the time. Temperature started dropping here, so it had a lot to do with it. Don't exactly warm the can up before I spray the primer, so. Well, if I wasn't so lazy, I could probably use my airbrush to prime all the time. But I just really hate cleaning out my airbrush. All right. So let's grab one out. Again. And readjust here real quick. Let's see. We'll go with a. Where is? Not that. Not that. Where's mahogany? We need mahogany. Where is? Nope, that's too dark. We'll do. Do burnt red for the backpack. Start painting the backpack. I don't think that'll be too red for what we're going for. Do. Okay. What is that? I think that'll be all right. Looks significantly more red on camera than it does in person. And all these colors we've used so far are, excuse me, Monument Pearl. And right now we're using the burnt red. Dennis. I really got to get away from doing Zenithal Prime. It really serves me no. I haven't of course. So does everybody have all of their Christmas shopping done? I did all my sent off to the grandkids, so that was good. Dennis. So Dennis has to ask his wife if they're done with the Christmas shopping. You know what, Dennis? I know your wife. And I would say it's a toss up on who is supposed to do the Christmas shopping. You called not it. Let me know how that goes. So let's knock that out real quick. It's red. This color's pretty close to what's on the render. I think this will look okay. We'll know here in a second. This is the first color we're putting on this thing, so it doesn't have to be perfect. We white color and clean it up. Just want to be able to make sure the color goes with the rest of the model. Stay tuned, because later on we might even be putting metallics on our wheel palette. Who knows? We might just get. So, I think that'll be okay. Yeah, good. All right, let's see if we can knock out a by lens. I don't know why. That's a good idea, Mark. Kind of off white. What do we have? This ivory. Don't we have an ivory? did. I haven't used it yet. All right. It's pale yellow. We don't want that. There's bright ivory. That'll work. We might have a winner. We might even be able to use this for the suit too. Digging it. All right. Oh, where's it? Here we go. All right. All right. It'd be a good way to tie all this in together. It would tie everything together nicely if we used the same color on the suit as we did. That'll be good. So now we'll go back to our big brush and I'll use this brush for a bit. Paint's thinning out awfully fast. Excuse me. if everybody's here just kind of chilling out, listening, painting, all that kind of good stuff, it would greatly appreciate if you'd like, kind of push the channel out there. This is the first time I've streamed in a while, and I think it's been longer since I put a video out. But uh, anybody was here earlier and heard me mention it. I have a procedure to get done at the beginning of January. After that, I think I'm going to start trying to get back to doing regular uploads for videos. Back in the swing of things. It would be appreciated. Can I get the name out there a little bit? Yeah, that's a significantly better color for the suit. It doesn't have that sheen to it like the heavy body one did. I don't think about it though, with it being really light color. And I tend to take smaller brush strokes. That way, a little bit more paint gets deposited with each brush stroke, reducing the amount to that it takes to get full coverage from a second. And this is the what is this? This is the Monument Pro Curl Bright Eye we're using right now. I think we probably should have used this one first, honestly. Just joining us, this is Neon from Secret Board. Nuke and Neon campaign that's live right now. There's a description, or down in the description, there is a link to the Kickstarter page, as well as a link to the Discord. So go, it's a perfect opportunity, two birds, one stone. Click on one link, go support the campaign. click on the other link, come to Discord and tell us you did. It's a good group of people in there. And if you are here because you went to the Kickstarter page and decided to go ahead and pick it, and then come hang out here, let us know. I know we've got at least one other bag right here. Tell you after backing, I think I've backed all the Secret Forces. I haven't been disappointed in any of the models yet. Me and David were talking the other day, and I've been here since Moxie, which I believe is also one of the add-ons you can get. If you back Nuke and Neon, where you go back and get all of their previous projects as add-ons to your, which is pretty cool. This paint's kind of chalky, and I think it's just gotten too thin on my wet. I've never had an issue with this paint before. I think it's too wet, which happens with any light colored paint. You get it too thin, it gets chalky. In fact, that's the best way to tell if your paint's too thin. It's a really light color. It's not white, but I think it gives us enough difference between the shoulder pads and the suit. And I like that it's coming out more matte than the previous color. It will take more than one coat though. I think especially because the coat underneath it is not matte. I don't think that is my cause for coverage, I should say. Matter of fact, there's a good way we can see how good it's going to do because this is the same color as the suit. So,
I'll run to the gas station. What do you need?
you can tell it's got decent coverage. So I really do think it's just the previous coats that I have underneath that are making it cover. And then, of course, this horrible primer that I used. It's a horrible primer. The primer itself isn't horrible. I've used it before. Maybe it's just horrible conditions under which I used the primer this time. That's the difference. But man, that's, I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me see. You see the way that paint's hydrophobic and pulling away from the edges and stuff? What's up with that primer? Crazy. Crazy. But I'll be right. Just need to put another coat. It'll be okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see what we're working with here. Looks like the glove is the same color brown. Go ahead and knock that out real quick since we're here. Let's get some of that brown. I lost it. What number? There we go. Big little fingers. Excuse me. And if you're you weren't here at the beginning, this is one configuration of the model that's possible with the stretch goals that have been on through the Kickstarter. However, the tallest in the Kickstarter, I believe, you get supported is 120 millimeters. I printed painting now at 300%. So if you like to paint this size, excuse me, of neon, You would have to as well adjust your printing scale appropriately. And if you haven't checked out the Kickstarter yet, I'm painting this according to the renders you'll find on the Kickstarter webpage. There's a link to the Kickstarter in the description. Down below the screen. There's also a link to the Discord, which I'm not necessarily an employee of Secret Forge, or will tell you. Love it if you came and hung out with us. Have a good time there. Everybody shows their projects, their progress on various secret models that they're working on, and we just have a good time. As you can tell, since we've got a lot of our base colors done, we're kind of getting down into the finer aspects of it. Where at the beginning we were just kind of painting however we wanted to paint to get some colors laid down. Now we're kind of in a little bit different situation now because our base coat done. We're still working on base coating, but since some of the base coating is done, uh, you don't want to just keep going crazy, keep making base coats because then you just have to keep going back and repainting. You've already painted. Excuse me. So we're trying to exhibit a little bit more control now. Big chunks done. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everybody is getting done what they wanted to get done today. That does happen to be painting. Please feel free to let us know what you're working on in the chat. Treebeard was working on some basing. Dennis was going to try to do some painting later. And I can say, I've received the files from Secret Forge. Do the stream. Told them I want, blow the model up rather large. They said go for it. You know, 25 millimeter bases, 4 goblins. I've ever painted a goblin. And I can say that this model came at 120 millimeter. I blew it up 300%. And from what I can tell, there was absolutely no loss of detail. I didn't necessarily have a 120 millimeter model to compare it to, like printed model, but I have the 120 millimeter file to go off of, and I saw no discrepancy between what I had printed and the original size. So I imagine you could probably take this up past 300%, still maintain all the detail, which is insane. But it is always nice when you get a file, you're like, I want that bigger. And then you can take it bigger. Still have all the same detail. Try to finish up this edging on these boots. I don't mean to get quiet, but for some reason when I paint this edging, I have to hold my breath. So It's kind of like when you're in a car and you go to turn, you have to like turn the music down, roll your window down. Goodness. All right, I think we're getting pretty close to being done with this bit. Pretty close. Edging. Whoops. That's there forever. This motor really is fun to paint. Most of my painting is 1/6 or bigger though, so this is pretty Alley as far as size goes. So that was pretty close. Stick that on the base. All right, let's do it. Let's do a recap of what we've done and what's left. Quick dry fit here, just to kind of get an idea of how everything's looking. Backpack here. That there. Put this leg on. This leg on. I don't think the head will stay on yet. But regardless, that's where we're at so far. Need to do a little bit more to get the skin head to match the rest of them. Or we might just knock the head down a little bit of the view. It looks a little bit too red, so yeah. We'll probably layer in some highlights on the skin, on the body. We've got our color figured out for the suit, which is bright ivory. Our initial layer of magenta down here, using light umber for all brown bits. For the armored metal pieces, using armored flesh. And for the backpack, we started it with burnt red. So we got some good amount of base coating done. Oh, and we got bug bite. Bug bite's cool. I like bug bite. So we'll need another coat of the suit color on bug bites. Have some more work to do on the body since we changed colors. To make sure we get good solid coats on that. And I think what we might do is, how much longer does the Kickstarter have left? Let's look and see. Let's see. 11 days to go. So that is 11 days. It's next Wednesday. David, I don't know if you're around here. Is the Kickstarter on the 20th? So I'm guessing 11 days for the 9th. It'll be the 20th. That's what we're going to do right now. My hand needs a good break. So then we'll go ahead and end this one for now. We've been going for almost 4 hours. I think what we'll do is another stream in, maybe this coming week or somewhere between 18 minutes before it ends to get those finished. Appreciate everybody coming by. I enjoyed the conversations. Enjoyed the company. Be sure to check out the description below for a link to the Kickstarter and to the Discord. Also, if you don't mind, throw a like and maybe subscribe to the channel so we can kind of get this pushed out to as many people as we can. Maybe have even a bigger crowd when we come back in to finish this up in the future. Hope everyone has a great day. Thank you for stopping by, and we will talk to you again soon.